All right, some breaking news coming in. Right now, the issue surrounding Home Minister Rajnath Singh's authority was first raised by Digvijay Singh in the Rajya Sabha on Monday in what became an unordinarily long session for our MPs. And now news coming in that highly placed sources in the Home Ministry telling us is a revelatory view of just how Narendra Modi's government runs. It has come to light that all recent proposals to the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet were made by no one else but the Prime Minister himself. All that the Home Minister had to do was sign on the dotted line. This is clearly in departure to the norm that has been followed over the years. The Cabinet Secretary forwards the proposal to the Prime Minister's office, not the Home Minister. In fact, when the bold print at the bottom of most proposal to the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, or the ACC, says, and I quote, approval of the Home Minister will be obtained ex post facto in the ACC, unquote. Digvijay Singh and Ghulam Nabi Azad had both raised this matter when the Home Minister in the Rajya Sabha on Monday, telling him not to cede his captaincy. Kamaljeet Sandhu joining me over the telephone, joining me live, in fact, for more details on this. Kamal, what more details are emerging? Clearly, this is a departure from what we have been seeing in the past and raises so many questions on the way the Narendra Modi government is functioning.
Well, definitely so. It does seem that if you read in between the lines, what is clear is that all power lies clearly with Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, and he is obviously on his way to scuttle powers of the other minister, including the Home Minister, who was otherwise known as the number 2 man after the Prime Minister himself.
That's right.
But definitely the way things are going, it's clear that once Prime Minister Narendra Modi has approved any ACC appointments, it's only a matter of fact that the Home Minister has to sign on the dotted line. It's an ex facto decision, but definitely this is something which has raised many eyebrows at this point of time. But definitely the fact remains that many are saying that Home Minister's position has been reduced to that of a rubber stamp, that he has to give an approval, he has to have a signature on any ACC appointment. And that is why on Monday we saw in a very interesting debate where Ghulam Nabi Azad and Digvijay Singh of the Congress Party both raised this question, saying that Rajnath Singh, despite having leadership qualities, was not the captain of the house, that people were trying to take that power away from him, and they were saying they had enough faith in him that he should keep the power within. Digvijay Singh went to the extent of saying that he's willing to file the RTI to suggest and ask questions as to how many appointments of the ACC have been done with the approval of the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, and how many without the approval or the signature of the Home Minister. So obviously many questions being raised at this point of time, but the Home Minister was left very red-faced at that point of time, saying no power has been taken away. We asked him that question right now, a few minutes ago itself, and he rubbished the report, saying he's as powerful as he was earlier, along with the earlier Home Ministers. But the fact remains that Narendra Modi taking major power from the Minister, all the appointments and the authority obviously lies with the Prime Minister, and Home Minister just has to shine on the dotted line.
Absolutely. This just goes on to show that all along it has been Narendra Modi who's been in control of things, even if Rajnath Singh was projected as this all-powerful number 2 person. But clearly, even the decisions that lie only with him are being taken by the Prime Minister's office. Mosmi Singh also joining me right now for more details on this. Mosmi, now norms say that approval of the Home Minister has to be obtained ex post facto in the ACC. Explain to us the procedure that is to be followed when appointments are being made, and how important is it for the Home Minister and him alone to take that call?
Now, I would like to tell you that what was the procedure that has been followed ever since in this parliamentary form of government. Earlier, the administrative minister, the minister of the specific department, would actually send a proposal to the cabinet secretary through the establishment officer. Now the cabinet secretary sends it to the Home Minister, who has the first say in the appointment of bureaucrats above the joint secretary level, and thereafter it is sent to the Prime Minister's office, and then lastly to the Department of Personnel and Training for issuing the posting order. Now the entire procedure has been reversed, and the cabinet secretary here directly cutting across the old procedure, sends it to the Prime Minister's office. The Prime Minister approves of the appointment and then sends it to the Department of Personal Training and the Home Ministry. At the last, while the order is being issued, just the minister has to sign on the files. The Congress party is already hit out on this entire process, saying that Narendra Modi is trying to subvert the cabinet form of government.
Absolutely. Also coming in as a huge embarrassment now for the Home Minister himself. Thanks so much, Kamaljit, Sandhu and Mosami for joining us with those details.